Thought I'd put out a quick day one guide for Araxxor. Araxxor has 3 different rotations. The rotation is random for each kill, and I have come up with a method for each rotation. There are 9 egg spawns around the room, 3 of each colour. Red eggs hatch explosion spiders that have a set timer to explode when reaching the player. Move 3 tiles away once it is triggered to avoid any damage. These can also be exploded onto the eggs themselves and the boss to deal up to 80 damage on the boss or 64 on the eggs. Green eggs hatch poison spiders that deal a max hit of 7 using the range style, and all damage is blocked if playing ranged against it. Upon its death, it will explode, leaving behind some acid pools. White eggs hatch Mirrorback spiders that take 25% of the damage you deal to Araxxor, meaning you are losing 25% DPS on the boss minimum until the Mirrorback dies. 12.5% of this damage is also reflected on yourself. To kill the Mirrorback, you will want to cast Vengeance and attack it with a high hitting crush weapon, which will prevent you from taking any reflection damage and kill it in one hit. Which rotation it is dependent on which coloured egg is in the southeast corner at the start of each kill. This egg is always the first egg to hatch. All eggs hatch clockwise around the room thereafter. Every rotation has its own unique special attack, and the first phase I'm showing here is the acid phase. During this phase you will periodically get acid bombs. These happen at a set time, so you will get used to the timing of these and know when they are about to happen. Also just wanted to point out, I start every kill on the tile with a green tick and move between the tiles with blue ticks every time I hit the boss. This is to avoid being hit by magic from Araxxor, as if you are not within melee distance when he wants to make an attack, he will mage you instead. On an acid phase, make your way to the safe spot tile. This will safe spot the acid spider completely. Every tile this side of the spike and further south is safe. The acid bomb attack is easy to avoid. You don't want to be in the direction Araxxor faces to throw the bomb, or you will take 18 venom damage. I sidestep out of the way seen in this freeze frame to avoid it. Araxxor also faces corners or straight down the middle of a side. Where you are standing when she fires determines this. I stay on the safe spot tile to force the acid in the corner. The lore at the beginning of the kill is important to have the boss on the specific tiles. The Mirrorback is about to hatch, and instead of killing it the second it spawns, I actually wait for it to drag 1 tile forward to me, so that I can still use the safe spot tile for the second upcoming acid bomb attack. The enraged phase starts at 250 HP. But we also have an explosion egg that is about to hatch. This can be lured anywhere along the south side of the boss room from this position to hit the full 80 damage. During the enraged phase, all of the boss's attacks are avoidable, and no prayer is required unless you're dealing with an acid spider, in which case you should pray ranged. Every time the boss shouts scree, you need to move, as the boss will be doing a slam attack whilst placing acid on you and either side of you. Moving 2 tiles at a time around the boss works perfectly to avoid all of the damage. Also for the acid phase here, I will unlure the acid spider during enraged and pray against it to give myself more room to move about. Okay, rotation 2, explosion phase. I start this phase the same as the previous and make my way to the safe spot tile and wait for the egg to hatch. Once hatched, I will step 1 tile north under the boss to lure the spider out and make my way to either one of the tiles marked with a green tick. This will deal 80 damage to Araxxor and 64 damage to the egg, leaving the egg on 1 HP. An interesting thing about an egg being 1 HP is that when it hatches, it will hatch a dead spider, meaning you skip a full hatch cycle. However, if you were to deal the final HP and destroy the egg, then the next egg in line will hatch instead, which we do not want. Leave the egg at 1 HP to skip the hatch cycle. The special attack for the explosion phase is very simple. You will have acid pools spawn under you every tick for 6 game ticks. The attack shown on screen has 1 tick of invulnerability after landing on you, giving you plenty of time to react and start moving every tick. When making an attack during this special, I will step under the boss and attack, so I am both moving and attacking in the same tick. Last but not least, the mirror phase. At the start of the kill, I make my way to the mirror start tile and wait for the mirror egg to hatch and immediately kill it, after which I hang around the safe spot tile area until the special attack happens. I also had to severely lower the volume of this kill as the in-game music was way too loud. The special attack for this phase is random acid pools. You ideally want to wait around the safe spot tile for this special to happen before moving towards the acid egg. The reason for this is if you go too fast, you will cover the acid egg in acid, which I nearly did here. Once the acid pools have been thrown, you will want to wait by the acid egg to explode it when the next egg hatches. That about sums it up, and as always, thank you for watching. I hope this guide helped. Please do drop a like, leave a comment, call me a nerd, you know the drill. One love, and I'll see you guys on the next one.